What's going on YouTube? This is Ryan with South Jersey Yak Fishing. Right now I'm heading out to go fish some bridge pilings. I actually don't have my normal kayak with me. It's in the shop getting a custom engine put on the back of it. That'll allow me to cover more ground, but in the meantime, all I have is my PDL. I've never caught sheepshead in my PDL at the bridge pilings before the way I usually do it. I really don't know how this is all gonna go. And if it's not working at the bridge pilings, I might try and fish for some flounder. Stay tuned to see how I do. Okay, so this footage was filmed on August 10th of 2024, and this will be my very first trip specifically targeting sheepshead out of my Old Town Predator 13 PDL at the bridge. This is going to present some new challenges for me as I have to figure out how to make this work. It's not that I haven't caught sheepshead in this kayak before, but it's only ever been on those jetty trips where I'm dropping crab on jigs for whatever bites, you know, like a surprise catch. Anyways, today's target, as I said, is sheepshead. The bait is fiddlers, and we are fishing the end of an early morning incoming tide. We're gonna fish through the slack and a little bit of the outgoing. The air temperature is around 80. The water temps are in the upper 60s. We have low winds and dirty water to start. And I have to be honest, I have some concerns that I may get skunked on this trip just because I don't have a lot of confidence in my PDL fishing the bridge, but yeah, thankfully that's not going to be the case. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a video. Okay, so here I am at the first piling. I have a little bumper pad on the front so I can nose right up there without causing any real damage. The bite's slow right now. We're close to slack, so it's a little easier to hold the piling, but yeah, I get my first bite right here. All right, here we go. That's what we're looking for. So we know they're there. Yep, so it's that soft, like sort of half bite where they don't take the whole hook. They kind of just leave you with a part of the crab on there, but they take all the good stuff for themselves. But that typically tells me that they're around. They're just not real aggressive right now. And it's usually only a matter of time before that all changes and the feed is on. Oh, there he is. Oh, this is a decent one. It's a sheephead. Well, that didn't take very long. I was wondering if I could do it out of the PDL. That's pretty easy. Right in the corner of the mouth like it's supposed to be. Let's get a measurement on him. And if he's in that range, I'm going to keep him. I need a fillet for this week. See what he measures. Ah, he's too big. 21 inches. He's going back. All right, hopefully we can get a smaller one. Nice size sheepshead. So let him go. Woo! All right, that was totally worth coming out here for. They're still there. I completely missed that when I saw the hit and I didn't set the hook. Here's a small tip. If you're using fiddlers for bait, I like to pull the big claw off and throw it in the water right up against the piling. This serves two purposes. One being that it acts as chum when it gets down there, but it also creates a smaller target, forcing the sheepshead to get the hook in their mouth. Plus it keeps the fish from just pulling the crab off your jig by just the claw. So unfortunately, in this kind of fishing, every so often you're going to get snagged. Now, when that happens, I usually will try to get it out by quickly jerking the rod around in a bunch of different directions to see if I can dislodge the jig from whatever it's stuck in. But when that's not possible, then you just have to break off and retie. The best way to do this is by reeling down all the slack and holding the rod upside down in line with your main line and pulling up on it straight up and down while holding the spool, as you see me doing here. Yeah, jigs are expensive, but if you're going to fish around structure, it's just part of the game and you have to accept it. Too big. Oh, this is a good one. Nice one. All right, second one of the day. He's all wrapped underneath his fin here. He might be too big as well. 20 inches or less I'm keeping. He is 20 right on the nose, man. 20 inches. All right, we're gonna keep this one for dinner. Now we're just fishing for fun. Take this one back to the car and then I can empty out all my cooler stuff. Oh, look at that tiny sheep. Little guy. He's cute. He just spit water at me. All right, man, that's 3 today. I was worried I wouldn't be able to catch any in my PDL. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt, but it can be done for sure. All right, nice little guy. He's probably like, this might be the smallest I've ever caught, man. I haven't seen him this small before. Maybe I have. Oh, geez, he's 15. It's almost 16. It's bigger than I thought. All right, nice size sheepshead. We're gonna let him go. Bye-bye. Woo! This is a much more challenging way to fish for sheepshead. I miss my other kayak, man. There's just so much going on that you've got to adjust for. And I don't have to deal with any of that with the autopilot, man. The way I've figured out how to fish out of that thing, it's like awesome. This is a lot more work. So right now I am looking at an empty screen. I see nothing on there, and I'm pretty sure that means they left. I'm not getting a bite now. Nice thing about this kayak is where the transducer is placed is pretty much right where my line is. My other kayak's underneath my butt, but this one's right up underneath the bow. So I'm getting a pretty accurate reading of what's right where my hook is. But I don't really seem to be getting any bites, so it might be time to move. All right, let's move. And this one ended up being about a 13-inch female tog. Nothing special. Okay, so in this clip, the tide is actually moving in the direction that the bow is facing, but because of a little eddy it's created, it's actually pushing my yak around the other side of the piling. So standing up in the yak and holding on to the piling with my right hand seemed to be the best approach here. However, I normally hold the rod with my right hand, so this is going to end up being one of the few left-handed hook sets you'll ever see me do. Yeah, it all felt kind of awkward to me, but it got the job done. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I wanted to move my kayak away from the structure when I had the fish on the line, and my first instinct was to look down and grab the controller until I remembered to put my feet on the pedals. Yep, my brain is still programmed for the autopilot. Okay, and so for whatever reason I don't have the head cam clip. I either forgot to turn the camera on or I lost it somehow. But this fish measured somewhere in the 20-inch range, and just another catch and release sheep. Let her go. There we go. That's definitely a sheepshead. Maybe not. Is it? Or is it a tog? That's a tug. It's hard to tell in this kayak, man. There's too much going on for me. All right. Another tug. This one's probably in the 14-inch range. I'll let him go. Tiny little tug, not a keeper. Bye-bye. Yep, that's a sheepshead. I don't know, that's number 4 or 5. I can't even, I lost count. All right, oh, he's still feisty. It's gonna be an easy release. All right, nice sized sheepshead. Actually see mussel shells coming out of his butthole there. So we know what he's been feeding on. We'll let him go. Whoa, I almost tipped. This is not my other kayak, man. This whole thing lurched over, I almost went in. Okay, so this brings us to the last fish, which is just a small tog, and I had my outro all written up and ready to go for this, but even as I'm putting the final touches on this video, I have received word back that my kayak is done. Yeah, some really exciting news. So I will be heading up to the Mystic Island area to pick it up this week at Great Bay Outfitters. I'll be meeting with Paul, he's the owner, and he's going to go over the entire setup with me, show me how it works, and yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where to go from here. I am looking to do a few different kinds of videos, maybe a review of the setup as well as an on-the-water performance video. I think a lot of people may be interested in that, as well as I'm gonna try to get away from the bridge a little bit. My next fishing trip I want to take out in the ocean. That's gonna include either structure fishing or a jetty trip. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and please consider supporting me by subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.